Research suggests that the act of talking about your goals can actually decrease your motivation to achieve them. To make real progress, you have to stop looking for witnesses and pull back into the shadows. We are going to build a protocol for ghost mode, a period of total withdrawal where you upgrade your life in secret and eventually reappear as a version of yourself that people no longer recognize. To begin, you need to clear your environment. Find a pen, a piece of paper, and a space where you can remain entirely undisturbed. Preparing these tools in private is your first act of execution. You are moving away from passive dreaming and starting a process only you will ever see. Step 1 is the information blackout. From this point forward, your plans, your views, and your progress are for your eyes only. This includes your family, your coworkers, and your closest friends. When people ask about your life or your future, you need a standard deflection. Simply tell them, "Nothing much, haven't thought about it yet." Sharing your ambitions provides a hit of dopamine that tricks your brain into feeling like you've already won. That premature satisfaction is a trap. It satisfies the hunger you need to actually do the hard work. By withholding that information, you keep that hunger alive. You force yourself to find validation through results, rather than through the approval of others. Step 2 requires you to reprogram your mind to stop performing for an audience that isn't actually there. Most of us live under the spotlight effect, a cognitive bias where we believe everyone is watching and judging our every move. In reality, everyone is entirely consumed by their own problems. They don't have the bandwidth to monitor your life because they are too busy managing their own. Realizing that you aren't being watched is a massive advantage. It gives you the freedom to fail, experiment, and struggle in the dark without the weight of public shame. In step 3, you must define exactly what you are working for. Write down specific targets, like a specific exam score or a financial goal, and attach a photo that represents that end state. Once that paper is finished, you must hide it. Find a location that only you access, like the back of a drawer or the inside of a personal notebook. Do not put this on your wall or your fridge. Displaying your goals turns your ambition into a performance for guests, which dilutes your focus. Keeping these targets in the dark changes how you relate to them. This is no longer a promise you made to the world. It is a private contract that exists only between you and the work. Step 4 is about volume. You must structure every hour around those hidden targets, which means eliminating distractions like social media, gaming, and idle leisure. Consider 2 competitors. One trains for 8 hours and relaxes for the rest of the day. The other trains for 14 hours and uses the remaining time only for sleep. The fighter on the left accumulates hours of refinement that the others simply cannot match. This volume of training builds a level of proficiency that becomes visible the moment they finally step into the ring. While you are building this proficiency, you must accept the rule of hidden failure. You will sweat, you will stumble, and you will likely fail many times before you succeed. All of this must stay behind closed doors. Thomas Edison worked through over 1,000 failed attempts before he successfully created the light bulb. The world doesn't study his 1,000 mistakes. We only remember the single successful filament that changed how we live. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam also saw his early rocket projects end in complete failure. He kept working in the background, eventually leading his nation to become a global leader in aerospace. People respect results, not the struggle required to get there. By keeping your failures hidden, your ultimate victory will look like an effortless transformation. If you have hidden your targets and silenced your social circle, your ghost mode protocol is active. There will come a moment when you finally reappear. You will step back into the world as a stronger, more capable, and more focused version of the person who first went into hiding. After months of relying only on your own internal drive, you might find that you no longer need the public validation you once craved. The quiet you found in the shadows often becomes more valuable than the noise of the crowd. Drop a ghost emoji in the comments to signal your commitment. Now, close the video and get to work in silence.